Good morning and welcome to West Coast Grandma. Well, today I'm going to let you know what I do with my discard. It is one of my favorite recipes so far. I do admit I am still learning and I'm sure there's many more things I'm going to discover, but for now I'm going to do the thing that I have found is my very favorite. So first of all, a little bit about myself. If you're new to my channel, West Coast Grandma, you'll see that there's a variety of videos that I produce. I'm not just gardening, I'm not just cooking and baking, I'm not just our boat and working at the marina or my martial arts, but I'm a little bit of everything because that is West Coast Grandma. I do a little bit of everything. So I hope you'll find my channel somewhat entertaining. My focus is my life, so all the things I do. So today we are going to make pancakes, sourdough discard pancakes. They're delicious and they're totally fluffy and they keep well, they store in the fridge and they also freeze really well. I find that this recipe that I'm going to make today makes about enough to probably feed 4 to 6 people. When my husband and I have them, we really fill up on them and there's always enough for at least another breakfast. So I'm going to start with mixing all my dry ingredients. So get a pen. I will write it down in the description this time though too. So it's 1.5 cups of flour. Pour that in. 2 tablespoons of sugar, and this is my organic cane sugar. And in this little dish, I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'll pop those in. I'm going to use my little fancy Danish whisk and give that a little mix. And there is our dry ingredients. Now for the wet ingredients, I'm going to mix 1.5 cups of milk. And in that, I've already put in 3 tablespoons of just vegetable oil. So I'll pour that into there. And I've got 2 eggs from Flatlanders Farm. There we go. And I have 1 cup of sourdough discard. So I'm just gonna pour that in. Now I poured it off early this morning because you can't see on the stove behind me. Oh, here it is right here. I just added some more to it this morning because tomorrow I'm going to make bagels. And this morning I already started 2 more loaves of sourdough bread. So we'll see how those turn out. And I just have to add to that, if you watched my video on making the perfect schedule for making sourdough bread, I just discovered on this new oven of mine that I don't really like because it cooks so hot. But there is a setting for bread proofing. So rather than putting it over by my wood stove, which today it's sunny and I don't have it on, I'm going to try this setting for proofing. Now I wouldn't want to use it all the time because now it's electricity. In the winter I would definitely just put it by my wood stove, but today I'm going to try that. So let me rinse this off and there we go. All right, so my Danish whisk again. I'm going to mix up these wet ingredients. Now, like I say, they're just basic pancakes, but there's just something I think a little bit different. I always have made homemade pancakes. I've never gone much for the mixes. And I just find that these ones, they really are fluffy, maybe a slightly different flavor, just probably because of the sourdough starter. So, next thing I'm going to do, the usual, mix the wet into the dry. So there we go. Just pour that in there. And again, I'm going to mix up these ingredients. This little Danish whisk, I kind of like it. It works really quite well, really good for mixing up bread dough. Now, when it comes to pancake batter, you know that you can make it whatever consistency you like. I tend to like kind of thicker, fluffier pancakes, but some people like them thin. So, I've got my consistency about where I think I would like it. So there we are. Alrighty, I am going to get everything set up and get my oven on, and I will cook a couple here and show you how they turn out. Welcome back. here I am with my batter. There's my batter. I have my cast iron frying pan, and I actually prefer to use a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter. I let that mix together. And of course with pancakes, you want to heat the frying pan up so that it's hot when you put the batter in. So let's make a couple of pancakes here and see what these look like. Oh, it already has gotten a bit thick from sitting, but it should be fine. There, let's just give these a minute and we'll see what happens. They're going to be delicious though, if you love pancakes. Okay, I'm just going to get ready to flip these. See them puff up. All right, we'll give them another minute. See how they taste. So when you've taken them out, like usual with pancakes, just go ahead and cook them all. I often will put them on a plate and just keep them in the oven warm. But at the moment I've got my bread proofing in there, so I can't do that. But just continue on to make your pancakes, and whatever's left, throw in the freezer or in the fridge and have them tomorrow or next month. So I'm going to take these out and we're just going to give them a little taste test. Well, I can't wait to dig into these. I have pure Canadian maple syrup. And a little bit of butter. And let's just see what these taste like. They're fluffy and good looking. I love pancakes. Anyways, I hope you'll try to make these rather than throw that discard out. And with discard, you can just put it in a mason jar and put it in the fridge and it'll last for weeks. So it isn't even that you have to use it up right away. Just you can add to it and just use it as you need to. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you'll try it. It is something simple, but sometimes we don't think about the simple things. West Coast Grandma is signing out.